let's address a couple of these facts and myths and make this a short video, and then we'll go on to our competition video. A couple more of these. It says, myth, teaching is easy, anyone can do it. I don't really agree with that myth. I agree with the NEA in this one aspect. I do think that's a myth. I have no problem with them refuting that. And I don't really know a lot of people that posit that, but they choose to address it. You know, that's their business. I don't think teaching is easy. I think it's a specialized profession. I just think the NEA makes a lot of excuses for poor performance. Myth. The rewards of working with children make up for low pay. It says it is true that, now this is the fact, it is true that most educators decide to enter the teaching profession because of a desire to work with children. In other words, let me interpret the NEA language for you. Our teachers are angels, but to attract and retain a greater number of dedicated, committed professionals, educators need salaries that are literally attractive. Well, the myth, although not directly, is a fact. The rewards of working with children don't necessarily make up for the lower pay, but the rewards of working with children attract a lot of people. It's a noble profession, teaching children. It really is. It really makes you feel like you're having an impact on children's lives at a very early age, and you're able to impact lives. And can be very rewarding in that sense, that you feel that you have a very prominent role in crafting what type of a person a young person will become. And so it's a very noble profession. Regardless of all the faults that I find with it, it's very noble. But the thing is, the nobility of it does attract a high number of applicants for the job. And labor is like any other commodity. When there's a high supply, the price paid for it is lower. You know, if there's only one egg and we got 40 people wanting an egg, the price of that egg is going to be high. If we have 4,000 eggs and 40 people wanting an egg, okay, the price of eggs is going to be very low. The thing is, you have a lot of people signing up to be a teacher. You have a lot of people wanting to do that. And so it's not necessary for the market to compensate teachers highly in order to attract them. People voluntarily show up wanting to be teachers. That's just the way it is. When you have an oversupply of labor in the area, like teaching, the wages are going to be lower. Wages for the job that you perform are disproportionately low for police officers. For the risk that you take to be a police officer, in general, the police are compensated very poorly, considering the risks that they take on, the hours, the interruption of their family life. Same with firefighters, considering the schedule and the hazards of the job. It's low pay, but the thing is, it's noble work. And for every position opening up in police departments and fire departments, there are multiple applicants per one position that opens up because it's noble work. People want to go into it. So the pay is a little bit lower. And it's the same with teaching. Maybe. If I'm just theorizing here. I can't imagine that it might be true, but maybe if teachers were subjected to a few more rigors of the job, maybe held a little bit more accountable, maybe had to perform a little bit better to guarantee their job, maybe a few people would drop out. Maybe it wouldn't be quite so attractive if it was a more difficult job, if there was more of the typical pressures of work performance on teachers. And I'm not bashing all teachers in one lump. I'm talking about the system. But, you know, maybe if there were more rigors applied, you would have less people signing up for the job, which would reduce the supply of labor in the education field and would thus make it necessary to raise competition. To raise salaries to attract those individuals. Right now, teacher pay is a little bit lower because they don't have any problems attracting applicants. So that's the end of our fact and myth section with the NEA, which took up 2 videos. Let's go on to the NEA's official positions on competition.